Good morning. I'd just like to start by saying congratulations to all of you for the way that you're engaging with the school and ensuring that the community spirit continues to grow. I had the privilege of judging 2 bake-offs last week, and whilst unfortunately I wasn't able to eat anything that was made, I was really impressed with the effort and dedication that many of you had shown. It's also been great to see so many of you interacting with dingbats, brain teasers, TikToks and other house challenges. Your housemasters and housemistresses have all been working very hard to produce all of these challenges and to keep spirits up. And so I hope that you will continue to engage with them and that you're appreciative of their efforts. This week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and I think it comes at a really appropriate time. Having done 3 weeks of online learning this term already, it's a good opportunity to take stock and ensure that you're looking after yourself and also those around you, particularly as the theme this year is kindness. I think that there are 2 elements to this. One is being kind to yourself, and the other is being kind to other people. On Wednesday, we're going to have a whole day off timetable that's devoted to mental health. And there'll be a timetable sent out later today with all of the details on it. There are a whole host of different activities suggested for Wednesday that include random acts of kindness to others, as well as ways in which you can practice some mindfulness. Think about how your nutrition or your music affects your mood, and also includes some exercise. I hope that you will fully engage in these activities, but also that you don't view them as a one-off. Think about how you could incorporate some of these activities into your everyday lives and continue to develop your mental health in the future. One of my favourite clips about kindness is this one, which comes from a TEDx talk by Drew Dudley.
I went to a school in a little school called Mount Allison University in Sackville, New Brunswick. And on my last day there, a girl came up to me and she said, "I remember the first time that I met you." And then she told me a story that happened 4 years earlier. She said, "On my day before I started university, I was in the hotel room with my mom and my dad, and I was so scared and so convinced that I couldn't do this, that I wasn't ready for university, that I just burst into tears. And my mom and my dad were amazing. They were like, 'Look, we know you're scared, but let's just go tomorrow. Let's go to the first day. And if at any point you feel as if you can't do this, that's fine. Just tell us, we will take you home. We love you no matter what.'" And she says, so I went the next day and I was standing in line getting ready for registration, and I looked around and I just knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't ready. I knew I had to quit. And she says, I made that decision, and as soon as I made it, there was this incredible feeling of peace that came over me. And I turned to my mom and my dad to tell them that we needed to go home. And just at that moment, you came out of the Student Union building wearing the stupidest hat I have ever seen in my life. It was awesome. And you had a big sign promoting Shinorama, which is Students Fighting Cystic Fibrosis, a charity I've worked with for years. And you had a bucket full of lollipops. And you were walking along and you were handing the lollipops out to people in line and talking about Shinorama. And all of a sudden, you got to me and you just stopped and you stared. It was creepy. This girl right here knows exactly what I'm talking about. And then you looked at the guy next to me and you smiled and you reached in your bucket, you pulled out a lollipop and you held it out to him. And you said, "You need to give a lollipop to the beautiful woman standing next to you." And she said, "I have never seen anyone get more embarrassed faster in my life." He turned beet red and he wouldn't even look at me. He just kind of held the lollipop out like this. And I felt so bad for this dude that I took the lollipop. And as soon as I did, you got this incredibly severe look on your face and you looked at my mom and my dad and you said, "Look at that, look at that. First day away from home, and already she's taking candy from a stranger." And she said everybody lost it. 20 feet in every direction, everyone started to howl. And I know this is cheesy, and I don't know why I'm telling you this, but in that moment when everyone was laughing, I knew that I shouldn't quit. I knew that I was where I was supposed to be, and I knew that I was home. And I haven't spoken to you once in the 4 years since that day, but I heard that you were leaving. And I had to come up and tell you that you've been an incredibly important person in my life, and I'm gonna miss you. Good luck. And she walks away, and I'm flattened. And she gets about 6 feet away, she turns around and smiles and goes, "You should probably know this too. I'm still dating that guy 4 years later." A year and a half after I moved to Toronto, I got an invitation to their wedding. Here's the kicker. I don't remember that. I have no recollection of that moment, and I've searched my memory banks because that is funny, and I should remember doing it, and I don't remember it. And that was such an eye-opening, transformative moment for me to think that maybe the biggest impact I'd ever had on anyone's life, a moment that had a woman walk up to a stranger 4 years later and say, "You've been an incredibly important person in my life," was a moment that I didn't even remember.
The thing that strikes me so much about that story is the idea that we may never know how much of an impact we have on someone. I'm sure that we can all think about someone who's made a positive difference in our lives. Someone who's given us a lollipop moment. The Mental Health Awareness Week's theme of kindness gives us a great opportunity to pay it forwards. It may be a random act of kindness for a stranger, or it could be something that you do for one of your friends or family. But let's all ensure that we do something selfless this week. In times like these, I'm sure that it will mean even more to someone. I'd also like to set you a challenge this week. Think about someone who's been a big influence in your life and tell them about it. So often we take it for granted, but telling someone how much they mean to you or how significant an influence they've been can be tremendously powerful, as you could clearly see from that TEDx clip. You might choose to send them a letter, write them an email, FaceTime or ring them. But whatever the medium, make sure they understand how grateful you are and what an impact they had on you. Well done for all of you for your hard work so far this term, and I hope that you have a lovely half term next week.